In this video, we're going to walk through how NetClose can help companies with a common issue they encounter during their close process. What do you do if someone calls in sick or switches role in the middle of a close? As many of you know, a close checklist can be a hard thing to update, but NetClose makes this really easy. So let's consider a situation where Charles, who was assigned this task, is sick for the month of October. Luckily, it looks like we invested the time early on to make sure we had sufficient steps and links so that if someone did need to replace Charles, they would know what to do. We can come into the assignee field and switch it to ourselves, or we could say, because Charles is out, Kevin's actually going to do this task this month. And that's an easy change to make. What do we do though, if, for example, Paige is out of town on vacation or is sick during the close? We can see that Paige is assigned a lot of tasks in here. So clicking into each of these and making the change would be quite difficult. What we can do is we can actually come over to assignee and filter down to Paige. And we can use the great mass update feature that NetClose has. So here I can see all the tasks that are assigned to Paige for this close that she's not going to be able to complete. I can select all of them, come up to mass update, and I can change any of these fields. So in this case, we would actually want to change the assignee field. And we're going to change it to Colton, who is not sick this month and is happy to help with all of Paige's tasks. We're going to come in here and click save. Now we can see that there's no tasks assigned to Paige anymore. But if we search for Colton, we can see all those tasks have been updated and assigned to Colton, so that's something that he could take over this month. Another question we get asked is, what do we do if someone switches teams or leaves the company? So in this case, let's assume that Colton actually has left the company and we want to assign these tasks to Paige going forward. Again, we could search for Colton and select all of his tasks, come back up to mass update and switch the assignee to Paige. And on this page, there's actually, if you hover over this dropdown, save and update templates. And what this will do is it will save Paige as the assignee for this specific task, but also on the template task so that next month in November, when we generate our task, Paige will be the assignee. Some of you might now be wondering about reconciliations. As you probably know, reconciliations also have assignees in NetClose. And in this case, we can do something similar. So we know that Paige is out sick for this close. So we wanted to change her task, but we should also change all of her reconciliations as well, because she's not going to be able to perform these. It looks like before she left, this was auto-reconciled and she submitted this reconciliation and completed these, so we don't need to worry there. But this reconciliation, this reconciliation, this reconciliation are still outstanding, and we're going to want to change those. So the mass update button is a little hidden here, but if we click these three dots, again, we see mass update, and we can see that we can change the assignee. So we're going to mass update Paige, and Amanda's volunteered nicely to take these for her. And so we're going to update this. We can now see that this task and these two down here have been assigned to Amanda, who will gladly complete those on behalf of Paige this month. You'll notice that reconciliations did not have the save and update template option. Reconciliation doesn't have templates. Instead, we have account groupings. If someone did leave the company, for example, if Paige did leave and we wanted to switch that assignment to Amanda, we could come into NetClose, set up account groupings and rules, and you can actually edit in here. This would edit the record itself, or you can open up the record and hit edit, but I could change this right here to Amanda. This means going forward, the accounts payable will not be generated and assigned to Paige. It'll be assigned to Amanda. Hopefully that helps you see how easy it is to change things like the assignee in NetClose, tasks, and reconciliations. If you ever have a teammate who is out sick during the close or out on vacation, or worst case scenario, leaves the company, you can easily use the mass update feature to switch the assignee for any of those tasks or reconciliations. Thank you.